Listen very carefully, because what you are about to see could change your life forever. Right now, there are old Lincoln wheat pennies sitting in pockets, drawers, jars, and collections across America, and people are spending them like trash. Do not spend these coins. These coins are hidden wealth, silent fortune, real treasure, hiding in plain sight. On USA Coin Reveal, we expose coins that look ordinary but are worth serious money. Some collectors are secretly fighting for these coins, and nobody talks about them. These old coins are big treasures, and if you have these coins, it means you're holding a fortune. Stay till the end, because each next coin gets bigger, rarer, and more shocking. And the final one is a life-changing opportunity you cannot ignore. Check your pocket now, because these coins change everything. Coin number 1. Imagine this for a second. A dirty old penny, dark, worn, maybe stuck in a drawer, a jar, or lost in a pile of change. Most people would throw it away, ignore it, or spend it without thinking. But this is exactly how a silent fortune hides. The 1955 Lincoln wheat penny without Mintmark is one of those coins that looks ordinary, even ugly, but is dangerously powerful in the collector world. This is the kind of coin that changes lives quietly, without warning. This is a hidden treasure people are accidentally losing every single day. 1955 was a tense and powerful year in American history. The Cold War pressure was real. The economy was shifting. Industries were booming, and the U.S. was moving fast into a new modern era. The mints were under pressure to produce massive quantities of coins for a growing population and expanding economy. When mints are stressed, when machines are running non-stop, when speed matters more than perfection, that's when legendary coins are born. That's when rare errors, rare surfaces, and rare survivors appear. That's why this year matters. This is not just a penny. This is a survivor of a stressed, high-speed minting era that created some of the most legendary coins ever. On the front, you see Abraham Lincoln, calm, strong, and iconic, representing leadership and American legacy. On the back, the wheat ears symbolize growth, prosperity, and the backbone of the nation. This design is classic, emotional, and deeply connected to American identity. Holding this coin feels like holding a piece of American soul, something that lived through history, through economic pressure, through national transformation. This penny is made from a copper alloy that gives it that heavy, solid, almost warm feel in your hand. It weighs about 3.11 grams, has a diameter of around 19 millimeters, and a thin but strong thickness that makes it feel surprisingly powerful for its size. Even when dirty, even when worn, it still feels like a serious piece of history. Now here's where it gets dangerous. This coin is in old, dirty condition, and that is exactly why people lose it. Dirt, dark toning, and age make people think it's worthless. But collectors see something completely different. They see original surfaces, untouched history, natural aging, and authenticity. Cleaning this coin destroys everything. Cleaning wipes away the story, the originality, the surface that proves it survived untouched. Never clean this coin. Do not spend this coin. This detail changes everything. The absence of a mint mark means it was struck in Philadelphia, the heart of American coin production. Philadelphia pennies from this era are legendary, and some of the most sought-after Lincoln cents in the world came from this mint. But survival is rare. Most 1,955 pennies were circulated heavily, scratched, cleaned, bent, or lost. Finding one still recognizable, even dirty, is rare. That survival alone turns it into a quiet fortune. Collectors obsess over tiny details on this coin. They look at the lettering, The wheat lines, the date spacing, the surface texture, and the natural toning. They want originality. They want untouched history. They want that antique look that screams authenticity. This is why auctions for these coins are quiet, intense, and aggressive. Collectors don't talk. They bid. They hold. They don't sell. Supply is shrinking. Demand is rising. And this coin is becoming more dangerous to ignore every year. And now listen carefully, because this is where the small, dirty penny becomes a life-changing opportunity. The current market value of the 1,955 Lincoln wheat penny without Mintmark in old, dirty condition is about $278,000. This is not fiction. This is real auction shock. This is hidden wealth. This is serious money. This coin is special. If you have this coin, you're holding a fortune. Collectors are fighting for it. This changes everything. And the value is rising. Demand keeps growing. Supply keeps shrinking. Patience is golden in this market. The people who hold, who preserve, who grade professionally are the ones who win big. Professional grading is critical. Original toning matters. Never clean it. Never polish it. Never scratch it. What looks dirty to the world looks priceless to collectors. So check your change, check your jars, check old collections. Do not spend this coin. This is a silent fortune hiding in plain sight, a hidden treasure that could transform your future without warning. And stay right here, because the next coin is even rarer, even more shocking, and even more dangerous to ignore. What comes next is bigger, and you won't believe how much it's worth. Coin number 2. Imagine pulling out an old penny with a soft light brown shade, smooth, calm, beautiful, almost fine, and thinking it's just another old coin with no story. But what if that penny was a silent fortune, a hidden treasure, a life-changing opportunity that collectors are quietly hunting like buried gold? This is the 1,920 Lincoln wheat penny with no Mintmark, and this coin is dangerous to ignore. Do not spend this coin. 1,920 was not just another year in America. The country was coming out of World War I. The economy was shifting fast. People were trying to rebuild their lives, and money was moving through hands at an insane speed. Pennies were being spent every day on bread, newspapers, streetcars, and markets. Nobody cared about saving pennies. Nobody cared about condition. That is why finding a 1,920 wheat penny today in beautiful, almost fine condition is a shock to the system. Survival from this era is rare, and survival in this condition is legendary. When you look at this coin, Abraham Lincoln's face stares back with power and calm authority, a symbol of American strength and unity. On the back, the wheat ears rise like pillars of prosperity, representing growth, farming, and wealth. This design is iconic, but when combined with this year, this condition, and this originality, it becomes something much more than history. It becomes quiet wealth in your hand. This coin is made of solid copper with traces of tin and zinc, giving it that heavy, serious feel. It weighs about 3.11 grams, measures roughly 19.05 millimeters across, and has a thickness that feels firm and real when you roll it between your fingers. It doesn't feel like a toy. It feels like something that survived a century of American history. The fact that this coin has no Mintmark means it was struck in Philadelphia, the central powerhouse of U.S. coin production. Millions were produced, but most were destroyed by circulation, corrosion, harsh cleaning, and careless handling. This one survived with a light brown shade and beautiful surfaces, almost fine condition, and that changes everything. Original color is everything. Original surfaces are everything. Cleaning destroys coins. Polishing kills value. Natural tone is a collector's dream. Collectors obsess over tiny details on this coin. The sharpness of Lincoln's portrait. The fine lines in the wheat stalks. The smooth, natural brown tone that proves it was never harshly cleaned. Even the smallest surface detail can multiply its value. A single wipe with a cloth can destroy a fortune. This detail changes everything. This coin is rare because time was brutal. 100 years of circulation destroyed most of them. Survival is rare. Survival in this condition is extremely rare. That's why collectors are quietly aggressive with this coin. Auction rooms go silent. Bidding wars happen quietly. Serious buyers hold these coins and refuse to sell. Supply keeps shrinking. Demand keeps rising. This is not fiction. The current market value of the 1,920 Lincoln wheat penny without Mintmark, in beautiful light brown, almost fine condition, is about $303. This coin is a treasure. This is hidden wealth. This is serious money. This is a silent fortune, sitting in plain sight. If you have this coin, you're holding a fortune, and most people would never know it. Do not spend this coin. Never clean this coin. Original toning matters more than shine. Professional grading is critical. One careless move can destroy massive value. Patience is golden. Time is your weapon. Collectors know this, and that is why they are holding, not selling. Stay till the end, because what comes next is even bigger, even rarer, and even more shocking. The next coin is a true sleeper treasure that most people are losing every single day without realizing it. Coin number 3. Imagine picking up an old penny with tiny gray spots on the surface, a calm, beautiful look, almost fine condition, and thinking it's nothing special. But what if that exact coin was a silent fortune, a hidden treasure, a life-changing opportunity that collectors secretly chase and never talk about in public? This is the 1,944 Lincoln wheat penny with no Mintmark, and this coin is dangerous to ignore. Do not spend this coin. 1944 was one of the most intense years in U.S. history. World War II was at its peak. Factories were running non-stop. Metal was under extreme pressure, and the government was focused on survival and war production. Coins were produced under stress, people were spending money fast, and nobody cared about saving pennies. That chaos is exactly why surviving coins from this year in original condition are so rare and so powerful today. When you look at this coin, Abraham Lincoln stands strong on the front, a symbol of leadership and unity during one of the hardest times in American history. On the back, the wheat ears rise proudly, symbolizing strength, growth, and survival. This coin is not just metal. It is a piece of wartime America frozen in time, hiding a fortune in plain sight. This penny is made mostly of copper with small amounts of tin and zinc, giving it a rich, heavy feel when you hold it. It weighs about 3.11 grams, has a diameter of around 19.05 millimeters, and a thickness that makes it feel solid and serious. When you roll it between your fingers, it doesn't feel like spare change. It feels like history and power combined. The fact that this coin has no Mintmark means it was struck in Philadelphia, the heart of U.S. coin production during wartime. Millions were minted, but most were damaged, melted, cleaned, or destroyed. This coin survived with original gray spots on both sides, and that changes everything. Those spots are not dirt. They are proof of authenticity, proof of age, proof of untouched history. Cleaning these spots destroys value. Polishing this coin destroys a fortune. Original toning is everything. Collectors obsess over tiny details on this coin. The sharpness of Lincoln's face. The clarity of the wheat stalk lines. The natural grey spotting that proves it lived through history without artificial treatment. Even the smallest detail can multiply the value. One careless wipe can erase hundreds of thousands of dollars. This detail changes everything. This coin is rare because war destroyed most coins. People spent them fast. They were exposed to harsh environments. Survival is rare. Survival in almost fine original condition is extremely rare. That's why collectors quietly fight for these coins. Auction rooms get tense. Bidding becomes aggressive but silent. Serious collectors hold these coins tightly and refuse to sell. Supply keeps shrinking. Demand keeps rising. This is not fiction. The current market value of the 1944 Lincoln wheat penny, without Mintmark, in almost fine condition with original grey spots and beautiful surfaces, is about $263. This coin is a treasure. This is hidden wealth. This is serious money. This is a silent fortune hiding in plain sight. If you have this coin, you're holding a fortune, and most people around you would never know. Do not spend this coin. Never clean this coin. Original toning matters more than shine. Professional grading is critical. One mistake can destroy massive value. Patience is golden. Time only makes this coin more powerful. Collectors know this, and that is why they are holding and not selling. Stay till the end, because what comes next is even bigger, even rarer, and even more dangerous to ignore. The next coin is a shocking sleeper treasure that collectors are secretly hunting right now. Coin number 4. Imagine pulling a beautiful old penny from a box, a pocket, or a forgotten collection, and thinking it's just another brown copper coin. But what if that coin was a silent fortune, a hidden treasure, a life-changing opportunity that collectors are secretly hunting and quietly locking away? This is the 1942 Lincoln wheat penny with the D Mintmark, and this coin is dangerous to ignore. Do not spend this coin. 1942 was a critical year in American history. The United States had just entered World War II. The economy was shifting into full war production. Metal demand was exploding, and the entire nation was under pressure. Coins were being produced in massive quantities. Factories were under stress, and people were spending money fast. Nobody was saving pennies. Nobody cared about condition. That is why surviving 1942 wheat pennies in original, almost good condition are extremely rare and extremely powerful today. On the front of this coin, Abraham Lincoln stands calm and strong, representing leadership and stability during a time of global chaos. On the back, the wheat ears symbolize growth, agriculture, and survival, a message of prosperity during hardship. This coin is not just copper. It is a wartime survivor, a piece of American resilience, and a quiet fortune in disguise. This penny is made mostly of copper with small amounts of tin and zinc, giving it that heavy, solid feel when you hold it. It weighs about 3.11 grams, measures around 19.05 millimeters in diameter, and has a thickness that makes it feel serious and real in your fingers. It doesn't feel like pocket change. It feels like something important, something powerful. The D Mintmark means this coin was struck in Denver, a mint that was under intense pressure during wartime production. Minting conditions were harsh, quality control was stressed, and many coins came out imperfect or worn quickly in circulation. That's why finding A 1942D wheat penny with a beautiful look and almost good condition is a shock to serious collectors. This detail changes everything. Collectors obsess over tiny details on this coin. The sharpness of Lincoln's portrait, the clarity of the wheat stalk lines, the original copper tone, the natural surface that proves it was never harshly cleaned. Cleaning destroys value. Polishing destroys value. Original toning is everything. Even small surface marks tell a story of authenticity, and authenticity means serious money. This coin is rare because wartime circulation destroyed most of them. People spent them fast. They were exposed to rough environments. They were lost, damaged, melted, or cleaned. Survival is rare. Survival in original, almost good condition is extremely rare. That is why collectors quietly fight for these coins. Auction rooms get tense. Bidding is aggressive but silent. Serious collectors buy and hold. They do not sell. Supply keeps shrinking. Demand keeps rising. This is not fiction. The current market value of the 1942 Lincoln wheat penny with D Mintmark in beautiful, almost good condition is about $312. This coin is a treasure. This is hidden wealth. This is serious money. This is a silent fortune hiding in plain sight. If you have this coin, you're holding a fortune, and most people around you would never understand what you have. Do not spend this coin. Never clean this coin. Original toning matters more than shine. Professional grading is critical. One careless mistake can destroy massive value. Patience is golden. Time only makes this coin more powerful. Collectors know this, and that is why they are holding and not selling. Stay till the end, because what comes next is even bigger, even rarer, and even more dangerous to ignore. The next coin is a shocking hidden treasure that most people are spending every day without realizing they're losing a life-changing fortune. Coin number 5. Imagine pulling out an old penny with dark black rust on the surface, a mysterious antique look, beautiful but aged, almost fine condition, and thinking it's just dirty pocket change. But what if that exact coin was a silent fortune, a hidden treasure, a life-changing opportunity that collectors secretly chase and never tell anyone about? This is the 1956 Lincoln wheat penny with the D Mintmark, and this coin is dangerous to ignore. Do not spend this coin. 1956 was a powerful year in American history. The United States was booming after World War II. The middle class was growing. Factories were running non-stop, and money was flowing everywhere. People were spending coins daily. Nobody cared about saving pennies, and almost no one imagined these small coins could become legendary treasures. That careless spending is exactly why surviving wheat pennies from the 1950s in original condition are rare and extremely valuable today. When you look at this coin, Abraham Lincoln stands strong on the front, a symbol of American unity, power, and stability. On the back, the wheat ears represent growth, prosperity, and the backbone of the nation's economy. This design is iconic, but when you combine this year, the D Mintmark, and the original black rust layer, this coin becomes something dangerous to ignore. This is quiet wealth, hiding in plain sight. This penny is made mostly of copper, with small amounts of tin and zinc, giving it a heavy, solid feel when you hold it. It weighs about 3.11 grams, has a diameter of around 19.05 millimeters, and a thickness that feels firm and serious in your fingers. It doesn't feel like spare change. It feels like history, power, and money combined. The D Mintmark means this coin was struck in Denver, where production was intense during America's booming economy. Millions were minted, but most were destroyed by circulation, harsh environments, cleaning, and careless handling. This coin survived with original black rust layers on both sides, and that changes everything. That dark layer is not damage in the collector world. That is proof of originality, proof of age, proof that the coin was never polished or altered. Cleaning this coin destroys a fortune. Polishing this coin destroys serious money. Original toning is everything. Collectors obsess over tiny details on this coin. The sharpness of Lincoln's portrait, the lines in the wheat stalks, the natural black and brown tones that prove authenticity. Even small surface marks can multiply value. One careless wipe with a cloth can erase hundreds of thousands of dollars. This detail changes everything. This coin is rare because time was brutal. Decades of circulation destroyed most wheat pennies. Many were melted, lost, corroded, or cleaned by people who didn't understand what they had. Survival is rare. Survival in almost fine original condition with natural black rust is extremely rare. That is why collectors quietly fight for this coin. Auction rooms go silent. Bidding becomes aggressive but controlled. Serious collectors buy and hold. They lock these coins away. Supply keeps shrinking. Demand keeps rising. This is not fiction. The current market value of the 1,956 Lincoln wheat penny with D Mintmark in almost fine condition with original black rust layers is about $329. Zeroth, this coin is a treasure. This is hidden wealth. This is serious money. This is a silent fortune hiding in plain sight. If you have this coin, you're holding a fortune that most people would never recognize. Do not spend this coin. Never clean this coin. Original toning matters more than shine. Professional grading is critical. One mistake can destroy massive value instantly. Patience is golden. Time only makes this coin more powerful. Collectors know this, and that is why they are holding, not selling. Stay till the end, because what comes next is even bigger. But this was the final coin, and now you know the truth. These old wheat pennies are hidden treasures. People are accidentally losing life-changing wealth every single day. Check your pockets, check your jars, check your collections, because you might already be holding a silent fortune.